Yeah. Right. So meanwhile, we started CoVersity. Just let me give you a brief introduction. We started the concept of CoVersity last June, around June. The idea was that, hey, people who would like to do, their own journey of moving from their interests and professions and move their interest and passions into their professions. So to invite people, youngsters to kind of come together and build that together. That was the whole idea, which we started with the um, with 5 children, actually, in June last year. And now we are opening this concept to the world, saying, hey, this is one beautiful way to live your life and develop your own interests, or rather even discover your interests and develop them while you develop yourself into professions. So that's the so that's the whole idea. And inviting Misha to share her journey. Yeah. And then we can have a little question answer. And then we can later on also discuss a little more about CoVersity. Over to you, Misha.
Hi, so I'm Misha, and today I'll say a little bit about my homeschooling journey. So I've been homeschooling for almost 3 years now, and through these 3 years, I've gotten to experience a lot of different things and try a lot of different things. So I was with Aarohi for around a year, and during that year, I got to work on this co-written book that they were doing, and I also joined the writers cohort. Sorry, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, it's okay, Misha.
Okay, so I joined the Aarohi writers cohort back in June or July, and in that I got to do a lot of different things. So one of those things was I was writing daily for around 6 months or something. I did around 200 prompts, and I also with the other member of the writers cohort, I edited, wrote, and formatted and published this magazine. And yeah, we got to do a lot of different things. Apart from that, I've also gotten to do some internships lately. So right now I'm doing an internship with eConstruct Design and Build, and I'm also doing a virtual internship for corporate experience with Puma. And I'm also doing a lot of different courses, like journalism, editing, and yeah, those are the 2 main ones right now. I've also been exploring a lot in art and cooking and what I like to do in reading and writing. Apart from those things, I also do, I've been doing some things for my 10th and 12th. So for my 10th, I did the IPCSE exams. So the subjects I did were English language, Maths extended, business, geography, and environmental management. And I appeared as a private candidate. And now I'm going to be doing my AS and A levels, which is the Cambridge 11th and 12th board exams. And for that, I'm doing sociology, English language, and business. So that's a separate thing, but I basically do online courses for that. And then I appear as a private candidate for the exams. Yeah, so for the 3 years have been a bit of that, and then a bit of exploring my interests and figure out what I would like to do. And yeah, just finding something and then diving deep into it. So, yeah.
Thanks, Misha. Misha, your mom is around. Would she like to add few lines? Her view, her view is equally important. Uh, Sorry, your video just turned the other way. Just turn it back.
Oh,
Yeah, Manpreet,
Hi.
would you like to share? Yeah, we would like to hear your views also.
So I'm Misha's mother, and I think that the journey just happened. It was not something that we planned, and like the COVID happened, and we had just moved from Dubai to India 6 months before the COVID happened. And once the COVID happened, we were not happy with the school Misha and her younger sister were going. We were facing problems with everything, and we realized that it was not nice to move country. It's a big thing. We didn't realize at that point that how much it affects the whole family, the children, the mother, everyone was affected, but we didn't realize that, and we just wanted to go on with our lives. So the school was one major thing which was happening on the side, and then the COVID happened. So it gave us a chance to think over our decisions that we had taken, and we just jumped into this homeschooling thing then. And I think it was really nice to take that decision, because it we could sit back, relax, and then take our lives properly from there. And I think Misha was quite independent from there on, because she I think she had to be independent. She had no choice, and that's where Aarohi was really helpful, um, because she decided that she was very much clear that she doesn't want to go back to school. And but still, you need that community. You need people around you who can mentor you, or who can support you, who can be there in the journey with you. So you need those people around you, and um, yeah, I feel bad that I wasn't there so much for her. I couldn't be there for her because I was going through my own stuff at that time. And Aruhi really supported her, really helped her. Um, yeah. So, and she was good. She took charge. I think she has been a very active member. She was participating very actively in Arohi while she was there. And then, yeah, now she's still carrying on with her journey of homeschooling, and she has. Um, I think, yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you, Manpreet.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a quick introduction from Misha and Manpreet. And if anybody has a question to, especially to Misha and to Manpreet, please you can ask questions, and if they are comfortable, they can share their thoughts.
Misha, could you, hello?
hi.
Hi, Misha, Pranav here. Misha, could you just share a bit more about your CoVersity journey, the kind of work and the things that you are doing as a group?
Okay, so um, even with different cohort members, you meet almost daily, and you have meetings where you discuss kind of what you are doing, um, not just maybe about work, but also about life in general. And then in the writers cohort specifically, we worked on the magazine. Like I said, we called it Globetrotters. So basically, for that, we had to find a theme and then write articles, do some research, and then also figure out how to format it and how we wanted to publish that. And apart from that, we also wrote like a mini book, and we explored different things, different genres of writing as well. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, I got it briefly. Yeah.
So, Misha, just a question. Like, a kid going to school with 60 schoolmates and interacting with them, whereas on a home study, interacting only with the video picture which she gets. Any difference you saw?
Yeah, like there is a difference, but still, when when you're in a cohort, then you because you meet them every day, you do end up forming connections with them. And then we did do this little meetup at Aarohi's campus. So then there we got to work with each other. And so, yeah, it was very good. But it's not the same, but you do get those connections because you are meeting them every day and you are working with them.
Yeah, so also to add to that, Amit, in CoVersity, the focus would be of being in the campus for a certain extended period of time, the whole cohort together, everybody together, who are following different interests and working, at least being with the physical space and then working on different things with different people, depending on each individual's design or plan. So there is a lot of emphasis on being together and doing work. And then there will be times when you will go for internships and other stuffs, in which case you would not be at the campus, but you could be out in different, let's say, cities and doing different kinds of internships or different kind of work. But just to
Yeah,
clarify
that's
that.
very that's very true, Ratnesh. Actually, I was actually thinking on pondering on that. I was thinking of my kid being of 10 to 11 years, whether she'll be able to stay in the campus for so long or not. Uh, for her being a minor, and also, I mean, not being a minor, but more of dependency as a kid on parents. So I was a bit worried and pondering on how would she take up on the aspects, because I understand hostel life is different and you get to engage with various.
Okay,
Uh,
Amit, just to pause you. So sorry, you're looking at Aarohi as one campus. Please don't look at it as that. Number one, your home becomes, so if when you start your open learning journey, first of all, your home becomes your first campus. Then anybody else's house can become a campus. Then the rest of the world can become a campus. And Aarohi has just one campus, and that too not for children. The campus is not for children. Your daughter alone cannot be part of Aarohi. The family becomes part of the campus. So campus is not just children here like a hostel. It is parents and children and even grandparents all together. And that is how we kind of live together. So your daughter doesn't, if you're talking about daughter, doesn't and shouldn't be coming here alone. You should be coming, or your family can be coming. How, when, who comes, how much at the campus is really your choice, your family's choice. It's not designed by Aarohi. Aarohi doesn't tell how much you need to come here. So that's just one available space, but there are so many. So it's not about being online. It's about being about designing your life and then seeing how is it that I want to grow in it. Yeah, I hope I kind of clarified that part. Yeah. Okay, but let me not take up too much time. More questions to if there are questions to Misha and Manpreet, please go ahead. More people can ask questions.
thanks a lot for the input. I'm actually looking forward to my visit on mid-April.
Sure.
Alright, so hi Misha, I'm Vatsana and
Hi.
currently I'm 16. Yeah, hi. I'm currently 16 and I'm appearing for my CBSE 10 boards right now. And very soon I'll be beginning my journey in open learning. So I'd like to know how you began with your journey.
So uh, it kind of just happened, but we kind of found this website, the Walsey Hall Oxford, and it's like a place where you can they help you to give exams as a private candidate for Cambridge. So after
Misha, I'm
finding
not
that, we
sure
kind of
she only wants to know the exam part. She basically wants to know your whole journey of open learning.
Yeah.
okay. Well, we kind of just when we decided that, then I started looking for different interests that I had and different things I wanted to do, and yeah, we started from there. And um, like, what would you like to know? Like how I started the open schooling journey, or something else?
Maybe like you can go with your time management, like how you prefer the time that you had to spend for a subject, a particular subject that you love to learn or something like that.
Okay, so uh, you in your day you'll kind of you can split it into maybe this much time I'll spend on my studies and this much time I'll spend on whatever interests I have, or you can just what I do is I know that I have to do this for my exams or whatever. I need to have this done. So I schedule time for that. But then with the things that I like to experience and stuff, those I kind of keep doing throughout the day. And for that, you just, I'm not really sure how to answer this question because you, once you start doing it, then you kind of figure out what works best for you and how you, like your balance and how maybe you would want to structure your day, how much time you'd want to spend um, uh, focusing on studying for your exams and how much time you want to really dive deep into something. Because once you start going deep into like your interest or something like that, then you still find that there's a lot to do. So then, yeah, you can, you once you start doing it, then you don't really stop.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that part, Misha, when you said when you really like doing something, you don't really stop. I think that's the essence of CoVersity. And in a way, that is the essence of life. Whatever you like doing, immerse yourself in that and deep dive into that. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. More questions?
Uh, can I ask Ratnesh?
Yeah,
Misha is a
anybody.
part. Yeah, yeah, okay. So the part of CoVersity, as in we hear that there's internship and all that you do as a group, or probably you try to approach people for internship. So did you ever look for one, or what was the experience if you tried for any?
Yeah, so I'm doing internship right now. So when we were in the cohorts also, when I was in the vacuum cohort, we were looking for internships, and when you look,
Sorry,
there's
Misha,
a
could you
lot
be
of
a bit louder?
opportunities.
I'm not clearly able to hear you. As in, yeah.
There's a lot of opportunities for internships, and some of them they might say like they're looking for people with experience or they have a certain qualification, but you find other things too. And even if you can't find something, you just approach the company being like, I have this interest and I can do this and that. They might not have thought of giving internship opportunities, but when they see your enthusiasm and how much you are willing to work and your passion for it, then they they can at least think about it. And like at the end of the day, the worst thing that could happen is that they say no. Otherwise, like you can just go ahead and whatever internship you want to do, wherever you want to go and work or experience work there, you can just go there, give them your like little resume or what your interests are, what you can do with them, and yes, there's a
Misha,
lot of ways you
just a
can go
follow-up
about
question on that.
it.
What I'm able to hear from you is you're telling that what all can happen when you're going out and looking out for internship. But basically, we want to know what you did, what happened in your internship, what you
Oh,
did for your internship, and how that happened, all that.
okay. Well, the internship I'm doing right now for content writing, that I found out about in a WhatsApp group for homeschoolers. So in that, this lady was looking for different, um, she had like a bunch of different things like designers, uh, people who are interested in um, content writing and things like that to have an internship in her company. So I just reached out to her and I told her this is what I'm interested in and this is what I can do for your company and with your company. And yeah, so then from there we set up an interview and then yeah, I started working over there as an intern.
So I get two parts here. One, people outside are receptive, and hello, am I
Yeah, I
audible?
can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I understand is there are certain sections probably they are not open, but there are people who are receptive to offer internships and give an exposure. And at the same time, what I like the attitude at your end is the worst thing is they will say no. So you are still knocking the doors and you are still going out doing what you can do your best, right? Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And have you made any sort of kind of portfolio or something for your own experience or work that you have done or whatever you have created in past?
Yeah, I have a little portfolio, but it's a work in progress. But yeah, I have one.
Would you like to little talk about the portfolio? Just share what all you have put up and how do you look at this portfolio and why a portfolio in the first place?
The portfolio is kind of for you to see what you have done and how you're doing. And of course, it's there for you to send to people so they can also see what you've done. And like if you're looking for an internship, for example, you can easily send your work and stuff like that. But I think that your portfolio will always be a work in progress because you'll always be adding new things to it. Because as you go out in the world and experience different things and explore different things, in my portfolio right now, I've put what I've been doing, like my writing daily, the prompts that I was doing, and what I was doing in the writers cohort as well, that magazine. And with this internship, it's pretty new right now, but that also will go there. And then the courses I've done as well in journalism and writing and editing, that goes in there too.
So literally everything that you are doing kind of goes in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where have you made this portfolio? Just for people to know.
It's like online, a website that you can easily share it and people can view it easily.
Okay, so it's a website of yours. Okay, cool. Pranav, did that kind of give you an idea?
So, so well, Nisha. Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Amit, you
hello.
can go ahead.
Yeah, Nisha, great. Congratulations to you for your achievements. Really proud of what you have been saying so far. I just want to check, not with you, but with Pranav and others, that you said that you have been going for this, uh, for the engagements on your own. So, is there anything, something like campus type? I mean, this is more for the Aarohi team. Is there something like campus type where we can have the kids who are passing out? They can engage, like Nisha tried on her own and she has successfully got a very good career.
Yeah, Amit, just to again answer your question, again, don't look at Aarohi as a campus, look at Aarohi as a community where whatever is each individual stream. So that's what is the whole concept of CoVersity, is that first the individual drives, then the other young youth in your group drive, or rather support or facilitate or co-facilitate you. And finally, the guides and mentors which you have around you also support you. And then there is a community. So there are many, many aspects. So there's you, your cohort buddies, guides, mentors, community. And all of it is kind of, in a way, there for you, depending on how you want to, where you need help, and how you want the whole group to support you. And a certain time you are, because you need to be with your with the buddies, we call them as buddies or cohort buddies. You come together at the Aarohi campus and you live together and you do work together. So that's where a lot of collaborative learning happens, co-facilitation happens, a lot of togetherness happens with your cohort buddies, as well as at the same time your guides are there to help you, and guides includes parents. And then there are, obviously, you look for mentors from the industry. And just like Misha looked for internship, you also look for mentors and you connect with them to, again, hone your own skills. So it's like that. I hope I've given you some idea about how it happens. So again, it's not just about campus, but it's about the whole community coming together.
Yes, we understand that. I'm Baisakhi, Amit's wife.
Sure.
I have also attended Aarohi, Jagriti actually.
Okay.
This not in this session, the last session I had attended.
Hi, I have a specific question for Misha. See, I have seen that in one of the previous meetings you had mentioned about Policy Hall. What would you say, how much useful was it in your journey?
It's very useful because it kind of splits up the textbook and like the coursework into different sections. And then while you don't have meetings with teachers or anything, you don't have any of that, but you do submit assignments after the end of each module, and that you get feedback from teachers who are experts in that subject. So it is quite helpful.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so what I would like to do is, if everybody's okay, I would just give a quick 5 minutes of overview about the CoVersity concept, and then we'll be back for more question answer. I think that whole discussion itself would help help more questions to be kind of generated. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the CoVersity, Aarohi CoVersity website to kind of present or share a little about the CoVersity concept. So the CoVersity concept is primarily for the youth. We are saying 14 to 21 years. Yeah, that's the the group. The concept of CoVersity is for people to take their journey from their interests and passion, discover their interests, discover their passions, and take it into a professional level. And in the whole process, grow yourself. Now, how do you do that? Well, primarily you are self-directed, which means you decide what you want to do, and you focus on your interest. You take up one interest and work on it at a time and see if that interest is something that you want to take forward. If yes, you take it forward. If no, you try another interest. The important thing is you work in an environment of buddies or cohort buddies, as we call it. So you work in a cohort where there's a lot of interaction, challenges, togetherness. And the key point is that you do real work, as in you work out in the industry, you write, you make, you do, you perform. So the idea is to take up real work from clients, from industry, do internships and stuff like that, right? There are lots of aspects of the journey, which is there more detail in the website, especially a lot of tools and a lot of ways of doing it. But more interestingly, which is what I want to talk about, is what does it lead to? Well, it leads to, one is what we call as self-certification or work certification, where my work certifies me and I can show that what Misha was talking about, the portfolio. For any professional, whether I'm trying to get a job or trying to get clients or trying to build my, let's say, entrepreneurship or whatever I want to build that. So it's my work which certifies me. And also, very importantly, it is the whole journey empowers me because I am driving it. I'm putting in the whole effort to it. I'm owning my journey. So there's a lot of intense work, a lot of hard work, and a lot of development that happens. Somebody was talking about, what are the, the list of personality traits. I would say all personality traits gets kind of drummed up in a way, because you need to apply all of them in literally, because you are out there doing lots and lots of different things and driving yourself. Yeah. So that's broadly the concept. I'm just going to the concept page. So the idea is not just of professional development, but also a lot of self-development that CoVersity focuses on. However, it's self-directed, which means each one is individual. Each one has a different aspirations, different ways of looking at oneself. But with a lot of variety thrown in, because you have all kinds of people. So there's a lot to learn from each other. And because of the kind of work that you do, which is out there with people trying to value add to the world all the time. Yeah, literally. Finally, with lots of different tools which you can go through, and a whole community and a whole lot of people to kind of support you. So that's as I said, already detailed in the website. We also see that there can be a lot of professional possibilities. One can become an entrepreneur, one can take up jobs, one can be a freelancer, or one can just do something for its own creative pursuit. It's not limited to only doing it, for a profession. So we are not trying to say everybody has to. But what happens in this whole process is what we call as professional outcomes, where we get a lot of networking skills, industry skills, a portfolio to show off, and a whole lot of what is now known as 4IR skills, which is the fourth industrial revolution skills as listed by World Economic Forum. So all of these get worked on, but most important, you get work certified. Your work tells the world what you are capable of, and that is what the world starts valuing. Obviously, at the same time, there are a lot of lot of possibilities which you grow inside you in terms of relationships, your living skills, your understanding of how this whole world operates and how you play a role in it. Yeah. Finally, I just want to quickly say about the boot camp. So for people who are in this age group, we have a week-long experience the boot camp, or experience this CoVersity by staying here for a week. So this is all the different things which I've been scrolling through, and these are the dates for the boot camp for youth of 14 to 21. So obviously this is limited in terms of the age, and which is where we want support from all the people here, is to spread the word. If you have children in that age, at least share with them that this kind of a concept exists, where you drive your own journey and you can experience it for a week. If you have friends and family members who are in that age group of 14 to 21, you can share with them. Yeah. So let me pause here. And yeah, again, floor is open. If you have any question to Misha or in general about CoVersity, inviting people to come on. And also now we can discuss in more detail about this whole thing about how do I, or would I like to craft or create my own professional journey. So yeah, some people wanted to discuss about this journey, so we can discuss about it now. So inviting more people, you can come on video, audio, chat, and let's discuss. I'm also sharing the link for the CoVersity website, which I briefly used for sharing. So that has fair amount of details. And there's also a more dedicated meetup on Thursdays where you can, if you want to go real deep into the concept, we can talk about, but we can talk about it right here also. We have about 20-25 minutes.
Hey, Misha, there was another girl from the writers cohort, I believe, Shrishti, I believe. She was here last week. Yes, yes. So, what I wanted to ask you is that how does your typical day, I mean, is there just two of you in the CoVersity, I mean, in the writers group cohort, or are there more people?
Right now, actually, it's just in the writers cohort. I left a little time, like some time ago, because there were some other things I wanted to work on. But when I was in the cohort, then it would be us two. We would meet at least once a day to discuss, like maybe we were working on a project together, like the we were writing this book for some time, and then also the magazine I was mentioning that for that also, and just to check in how we were doing and what we were doing. And apart from that, we would also meet with the other cohorts, because even though you aren't in the same field, what you're doing still links together, and then also just to kind of check with everyone how they're doing, discuss things that might not just be work related. But yeah, you do meet quite frequently online, and we worked on a couple projects together.
Yeah, and Santosh, to add to that, what we have realized is that a lot of work happens between people of different domains. So it's not limited to one domain, which is why now we are not calling people of different interest or different domains as cohort, but the whole group as a cohort, because who works with who on what, let's say, project or assignment or anything is very open, and different interactions happen at different levels. So the learning isn't just limited to, okay, if only you have the same interest. So it's like, look at it as a much bigger cohort, so the whole group as a cohort. And yeah, you may have people of similar domain, and you may both add value and get value from them. At the same time, you may add value and get value and work together with anybody or everybody depending on you.
That's very good. It's a good, excellent progress. That's good. So now we have an interdisciplinary CoVersity, with everybody from.
Yeah, that's why the name CoVersity. It's like the whole universe is there. Whichever interest is yours is most welcome.
Please, I'm bubbling with questions.
Please.
Okay, so Misha, this is again to you. So when you be a part of cohort or be a part of this CoVersity, is it necessarily that you think it's as a career that you are plunging into it, or just that you want to explore and probably deep dive, understand it better, and then probably take that call later? Probably even drop out of that particular, as not as a necessary career, but as just something that you love to do. So how do you see that? As in, you're right. What I understand, you love writing as of now. So this content writing, how do you see it?
I joined because I wanted to explore writing deeper with other people as well. And yeah, I was looking to start doing something in writing in the world around me, and not just like for myself. So I joined it kind of to turn it into something, like not just to do something like an internship, but also to see what in writing I like and what it is I want to explore more. So that's why I joined the CoVersity.
And a quick follow-up question. So now, having done this cohort with terms of writing, do you think you are better placed or better prepared if tomorrow you have to dive or kind of get into baking? So that will this experience of how to understand or how to learn or how to interact with people will support you in your other passions or maybe other interests.
Yeah, because you learn how, like when you kind of learn how to go after something that you really want to do, and how to like what you need to do to be able to kind of go deeper into something, or if you want to do something, or if you like something, how to take it further and how to explore it more.
Yeah, thanks. Great.
Yeah, so Pranav, just to kind of re-emphasize, so thanks for bringing up this whole point. So part of the, you can say, intention behind CoVersity is to actually help the youth, okay, no, initially, right now, youth, to find one or multiple key interests. So the question is always there, hey, how do I really know what really excites me? Now, what we are offering in CoVersity is, hey, go ahead, deep dive in each one by one. As in, let's say you say, okay, baking is my major, cooking, baking is my major interest. Okay, then go ahead, dive in it for 6 months. Okay, do all kinds of things in it. And then after 6 months, review. Hey, is this something that I really want to do, continue to do? Or is this, I've done it, it's great, it's awesome, but I want to move ahead and explore something else for 6 months, which has been kind of like a second card in my file. And then I go and explore that. And then after I've explored now 2 domains, let's say after that I explore, let's say writing, and let's say, like, since Misha is here. So, okay, I've done baking, I've done writing. Now I'm thinking, what do I want to do? Do I want to take up baking more, or writing more, or writing on baking more, or I want to something, a third one? Okay, and so on, right? So the idea is to take your time, which is actually in itself very efficient, because it's you are spending just few years of your life to really discover, hey, what is it that you really want to deep plunge into subsequently. When you are ready for that, how many months and years you spend in CoVersity is really up to you. And you can do that for many years, or you can after some years say, now I've grown so competent in kind of deep diving that I don't even need CoVersity. I can just go ahead and deep dive on my own. So tata, bye bye CoVersity. I'm ready for the world. I can take on whatever profession, whichever field I want to get into. And thank you very much, kind of thing. So any which way, the idea is to grow professionally as well as grow oneself to be ready for whatever you want in life. Yeah. So that's the whole, that's I think is the big big aspect of CoVersity, to invite people to explore different interests till they find one or few which they really want to take forward. So thanks for asking that question.
Yeah. So in a way, CoVersity is offers you certified learner degree. You are a certified learner.
Yeah, you are a certified you.
Certified self-directed learner, certified, yeah, whatever.
Absolutely. And you don't need that certificate. Once you reach that level of that I can crack anything, then you don't even care about it. You can go ahead and, as Amit was saying, be successful in whichever way you define and whichever field you want to jump into. And I've seen that in so many people. So it's not like that it's something rare, it's something so many. And we'll be having every Saturday one more youth with you, who is going to share how they are deep diving into, and how they are now, that deep diving is helping them to be now ready for any other deep dive in any other area. Yeah, Srijini, you want to share something with the group? Go ahead, you can come on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
If someone is more specifically interested in CoVersity and want to kind of jump in and kind of experience CoVersity by joining bootcamp or have more queries in bootcamp, I'll send you the WhatsApp group link, and along with my number and Aarohi number, so you can join it and contact us.
Sure. Thanks, Srijini. So Srijini is your go-to person if you are further interested in CoVersity, especially the bootcamp part.
Yes.
And she will help you out. Yeah. So
Hi. Yeah, hi, Srijani. If I can, like, I mean, if you would give us a gist of how it is conducted, not conducted actually, how to go about it. Can you just say how to, you first register and then for 6 weeks, what are the norms that we need to follow when we send our child? If it is okay to discuss on this platform, or should we just WhatsApp?
yeah, I think you can directly connect with Srijani. Actually, there
Yeah.
are no norms to follow.
Okay.
Just
So
expect a lot of work. That's all, and enjoyment with
you
that
don't have
work.
to bring anything. We don't have to bring, the child has doesn't have to bring anything, right?
All the logistical information I'll send once after you register to the boot camp.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Yes, you
thank you
can
so much.
connect with me. I'll share my number here too
Yeah,
once
okay.
again. So you can call
I
me
have it
or
with
chat
I
with
have it
me.
with me. I have it with me. Yeah, for the others it
That's
will be helpful. Yeah.
yes.
Right. So we are here for a few more minutes. You can ask Misha any question. You can ask in general any question about CoVersity or about the professional journey, which we promise between 6 to 7. So people having doubts, people having concerns, you're most welcome. That's the whole idea.
Ratnesh, a question for you.
Sure.
So this CoVersity, we said it's only for 14 to 21, right?
Right.
So that rules me out.
Well, and me too.
Yeah. So I just wanted to know if we also have mentors in this group. I mean, for example, like I want to join Misha's or the writers what do you call it now? Cohort. There's no cohort anymore. So
as in you want to be a mentor.
I mean, I just want to be involved. Whatever
Yeah,
role as a
yeah.
mentor.
So absolutely wonderful. So exactly, Santosh, meaning what you have said is what we have experienced all throughout. There are so many people out there like you, and I would say almost everybody who is ready to guide and mentor. So we have already taken a note. We will not leave you now. And this is a request we will be making to all. So that is why parents and the community isn't just these youth. They are full of energy, but yes, not that Santosh is not young. Santosh is also young and full of energy and can mentor and guide and support this whole thing. And that's the beauty of the world, that when you have all kinds of people supporting you in your journey. So Santosh, we are creating at least for people who are already connected with Aarohi, we are creating a kind of a database of people who can mentor in a specific area or areas. And so not only you, anybody else who would like to be a mentor can just share the details with us, and we would like we would add you to the list. You can share it directly. The WhatsApp link is there. You can share it there directly. You can send us a mail. You can give us a call, any which way. And that's the beauty, I would say. That's the beauty of life, that people are very ready to support. And thanks, Santosh, for that.
So Ratnesh ji, Amit this again. Sorry for being so inquisitive. From this 6 to 7 hour slot, if someone could share their experience on how the kids after passing out from Aarohi, how they have achieved some I don't know right word or not, professional success. If not professional success, at least something to be on their own foot.
Okay, so can I request you to also, we have about more than 120, 130 recordings on our website. And there are so many of them where there is a individual who is sharing their journey of open learning and how they have, how they have reached wherever they have reached and what they are doing. Yeah, so even if you look at the last 4-5, you will get 4-5 stories. Yeah. So I would request you, if you can kind of listen in, you can forward the parts you don't want and just listen the relevant parts where they are talking about. So why me talking about them? Why don't listen from them? And even in the subsequent Saturdays, we'll have different people sharing their own journey of doing different things. Yeah. again, I'm emphasizing that each one has their own aspirations and they work on their own aspirations. Like I was saying, my son is 18 and he just plays football. He does nothing else except for 7 days a week, literally plays football. He has not been to any school, no nothing, no formal education at all. Now, I don't know if you call that as a success or whatever, but to me, somebody who can, so it's not about my son in that sense. It's about realizing that can somebody put in that kind of rigor, that kind of discipline into one's passion, that itself is so much to celebrate as a success. Now, am I there with you? So that is what I call as success. Meaning, whether it will, it is obviously not made him financially independent if that is what you're looking at, but that's not something to worry at 18. There is still a lot of time to get there. But if I look at his, let's say, last 4 years and the kind of discipline, the kind of rigor, the kind of commitment he has for his passion, and for that matter, Misha, who is right here, if you see her commitment, 200, more than 200 days straight on, every day she will write and post, right? 200 days, every single day, there is a writing that is shared with the community. Or it was actually more than 200, I think. I don't know, Misha will have a count. I have lost count of how many times she wrote, kept on writing. That's the kind of commitment we are talking about. So I would say that's what I really value. But if you're looking at specific examples of financial independence, yes, there are so many open learners who have gone ahead and are doing different things in their life. They have chosen a profession of their choice, or it's sometimes even multiple things that they do. So yeah, so Preeti, you wanted to add something.
No, Ratnesh, now you have talked so much about success, so I've lost my thought.
No, I think I'm just honoring the way Amit wants to look at some example, which is fair enough. However, whichever aspect of success he wants to understand, maybe financial independence or financially being able to earn a certain amount of money, whatever that amount of money is, like what
That's
people
what I
call as
wanted to
career.
ask Amit. What is his definition of success actually? Anyway, yeah, we can drop that.
Yeah, so sorry, actually, I don't know. Probably I've been misinterpreted. So what I'm looking at is, to be very honest, we are a fairly elderly couple in our uh, probably in the early 50s or so. Kid is a bit, she is around 10, 11 years. So what I was looking at is that with this alternate environment, whether she can sustain herself. So that was the thing. It was nothing about, being extravagant and huge financial success. It was just about being on her foot. That was the concern.
Yeah, so Amit, that is exactly what we're trying to say, that first of all, it's got nothing to do with open learning. Can you sustain yourself? I would ask that question to anybody. Can you sustain yourself? Whether you get a degree or you don't get a degree is immaterial in this today's world. What is important is, are you ready to be able to sustain yourself? Yeah. Those are just some aspects of life that, okay, I get into a college or I do. Just because I get into a college doesn't mean that I will get a job, right? Doesn't mean actually anything. And just because I don't go to a college doesn't mean that I don't get a job. So if getting a job or becoming an entrepreneur or being a freelancer or being able to do earning work, let's say, if I put it this way, is not dependent on what kind of education I've done. It depends on what value I bring on the table. Yeah, if I bring value to the person in front of me, which could be a client or could be a employer, then I'll be able to earn out of it. Whether I'm a musician, whether I'm a gardener, whether I'm a rock climbing specialist, whether I'm a doctor, whether I have to bring value on the table. And that value I bring on the table by applying myself, by doing work. I cannot bring it just by a degree, meaning that may maybe get me an entry somewhere, but finally I have to deliver. Right? It is no more enough to say, I have a degree, I will do your work. No, one has to deliver, one has to add value to the person next to you, and then the person is ready to give you money for your value, as in value for your value. So if we understand that basic equation, then we realize that yes, it's not about whether it's somebody is in open learning or not in open learning. It's about how that person is ready to be able to do that. And that is what, if we understand, then there is, as I was giving, then there are examples, forget outside, forget only children, but in right here are all around us. There are people who have left their degrees totally and jumped into another profession, which they did not have any degree for, and still created value. And so on. So if somebody can do that at any age, why can't they do it at, let's say, 20, 25 or whatever, whenever they want to do that? Are you getting me? So it's not just about open learning. It's not just about youth. It's about in general saying, hey, as Pranav, I think many a times keeps joking, the guy who comes to repair your air conditioner, you don't say, where is your certificate? You see, hey, does he know the work? If he knows the work, good, please fix my air conditioner or whatever, right? That is Pranav's favorite example, which I've taken up today. So
that's a great one. That's a great one. Seriously, that's a great one. And I seriously accept your point. And I'm not looking for, as I said, probably I was misinterpreted. I was not looking for a qualified employment kind of thing. As you gave an example, yes, an air conditioner fitter comes and fits it. He does it. He does his job. So I was looking for that someone who passed out, who moved out from organization, is on her own foot. She does whatever she does, but she is capable to run herself. That is what I was looking for. Misha,
yeah,
if
that's
that answers your question.
yeah. And
Ratnesh, I
yeah,
would like to
just
ask.
one moment. So just again a reminder, do look into the recording. There are many, many, many such stories there, and you can listen them talking about their stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ratnesh, as a parent, I have attended many of your webinars and all that, so I'm very much interested. Suppose if the child is not is doesn't have confidence and doesn't have hasn't found the passion or something, is there anything? How do I convince a child to come for the CoVersity over there? Is there some like no the child might say that there might be brilliant children over there, they're already into it, they know what their passion is, so I might feel alone over there. Many thoughts run in
Yeah.
their mind. So
Sure. And it's not that the thoughts will stop running when
yeah,
either they come here or go any part of the world,
yeah,
right?
but just
Yeah,
to give a exposure.
sure.
So
Yeah.
how should I, what should I tell
Well, I really don't know what you have to tell her. The only
okay,
thing I can tell anybody is that it's not about anybody else. It's about
mm,
you exploring
yeah,
yourself. And
yeah,
and I would say, I would even say confidence is overrated. So you don't have to worry about people being confident.
okay,
Just because somebody is confident doesn't mean somebody is successful, right?
yeah,
So
but the
you can
child,
just work on yourself. So yeah, so it's about you. It's not
yeah.
about others. It's at least in our community, there is full acceptance. There is no comparison.
Once the child reaches there, I think she'll be okay. But then the child might think that no, वहाँ पे no इतने सारे बच्चे होंगे. They know their passion. They're working on it. So some.
Yeah, so that's not true that everybody knows their passion. In fact, only few know their passion. The rest are
The other thing you
exploring.
said that if you don't know the passion, they're more lucky. They can come
Yeah,
and explore
absolutely.
over here. Yeah,
Yes.
that I remember you telling that.
Yeah, and I think Akansha is what, Akansha, you're 13 or 14, and she's also saying that the child should come by herself or himself, right? Yes, they should finally see not the problems. Yes, there will be problems. So you can tell the child that it's going to be a challenging journey. Nobody's saying we are taking you to a fairy town. Not at all. It's all the more challenging than than any other place. In fact, one of the most challenging place, I would say. But the joy is because there is challenge, and the joy is intrinsic because you are driving yourself. Nobody is telling you what interest to choose, how much to work in that, but everybody is saying, hey, what you do is value for yourself. So when the focus becomes that I am driving my journey and all others are co-passengers, then it becomes that much more, I would say, interesting. Yeah, but there will be all kinds of things, all kind of journeys. The only thing is you can do is to invite her to interact with, let's say, people like Misha and Srijani, and she can talk, she or he, sorry, I don't remember, you have a boy or a girl, but they can, or any child can talk to these guys. That's the whole idea. That's why these meetups, and that's why these WhatsApp numbers. Please interact, and that's the only way for them to understand, because they can connect with each other. They're all these similar age groups, so maybe us oldies talking about may not make much sense. Yeah, but when they talk to Misha or to Srijani or to last week was Shrishti, or there's so many, they can just talk to anybody.
Okay, she's having her exams. Once she finishes the exams.
Sure.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
it's 7 o'clock, so we'll need to pause here. We typically stop at 7. And just a reminder, for CoVersity, we have another meetup on Thursdays, which is a dedicated meetup on CoVersity. Same Zoom link, so you don't have to worry about the Zoom link. And we will again be back on Saturday with more discussions, more thoughts, both for open learning and CoVersity, no matter what age your child is. Or what age you are, senior parent or junior parent, all parents are welcome. And there are no senior juniors, we are all in this journey together. Yeah, so yes, Pranav, last minute question next time. Yeah, so thank you everybody, and we'll pause here. And yeah, special thanks to Misha and Manpreet for taking out time and sharing your thoughts with us. Thanks, Misha.
Thank you, Misha.
Thank you, Misha.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye, everybody.